What's going on, YouTube? This is Rob A again, and I've got something cool for you today. This time we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Prime, Robots in Disguise, Decepticon Rumble. I literally just got this guy a few hours ago, so I haven't opened him up yet, as you can see, and I'm anxious to see what he's all about. So let's take a quick look at the packaging. Just straight up normal Transformers Prime. It's got a DVD included. I believe it's Loose Cannons episode of Transformers Prime. And let's take a quick look at the back. Decepticon Rumble. Decepticon. Ooh, that needed to be said twice. Chaos and destruction are all that Decepticon Rumble lives for. His powerful pile drivers send shuddering shockwaves through the earth, strong enough to knock Autobots from their feet, collapse buildings, and open chasms in the ground. So much alliteration. So he's got snap-on pile drivers, which is pretty cool. It's a nice homage. However, the debate continues because this guy's Rumble, however, with the Masterpiece cassettes that have just been put up for pre-order, they finally list Frenzy and Rumble, and Rumble is red. Just saying. I don't really get into all that. You know, they're your toys. Once you open them, you can call them whatever you like. Let's check out the stats really quick here. Let's see if I can get it past my shadow. Strength, intelligence, he's pretty fast. He's a pretty fast guy. Yeah, so, you know, average stats, nothing crazy. Yeah, so I'm gonna open this guy up, and I'm actually gonna play with him for a minute or two and see what he's all about, and then I'll get back to you, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright guys, so we're back. I've got this guy opened up. I've had a chance to kind of look him over and see what's going on with him. And I gotta say, they pack quite a bit of robot into this little guy. Actually, at first glance in the package, this is gonna look like a really tiny car, and that's what I thought too. I assumed, just looking at him, that he was gonna be a lot smaller than the other Deluxes, and I was a little disappointed at first. But if we actually compare him to another Deluxe size car, he's right around the same size. I mean, he's even a little bit, yeah, he's a little bit bigger and bulkier even than this guy, and just the same length. So, I mean, not small as I thought he was, which is pretty cool. So he's a little coupe kind of guy. Pretty cute. His paint apps are a little poor. Leave a little bit to be desired here, honestly. First off, his headlights are all blacked out, and that's kind of weird. And again, he's got the same kind of thing that the Viacon has here, where he's got a Decepticon symbol on him, but you can barely see it. He also has a Decepticon symbol on the back, on his trunk here. However, that's the only paint he has on his back. It's really unfortunate because this entire roof is painted. The roof, the spoiler, up to, you know, all this part that's the translucent red is all painted blue to match the rest of the car, and it matches flawlessly. I will give it that. It's a dead-on match. I cannot tell, at least in this light, that there's any difference. So there's blue there, there's black here. He's got a little bit of dark gunmetal here on the front, and that's pretty much it for paint apps. Now, they even show on his packaging, they show he's got these, the pile drivers have the blue painted in, which is just not so on the actual figure, and that is a bummer. But, you know, you do what you can. Other than that, he's not bad. He rolls pretty freely, although it's hard to see, but he has no clearance. Like this, the robot chest is pretty much touching the ground, like less than a millimeter of clearance, if any at all. Like I'm pretty sure it's touching the ground, but he rolls pretty well regardless. He's got the same clipped-in wheels, no pin in the wheels, and that's, you know, that's what it is. What it is. So let's get this guy transformed and see what he's like in robot mode. So we're just gonna pull these guys off real quick here, and basically, essentially, you're just gonna pull the whole car in half. Very similar to like Human Alliance Barricade, if I'm remembering correctly. But so you're just gonna pull that apart, pull these halves, the car hood or the roof up. These side panels are actually gonna come out like this. They pop out, and then you're just gonna turn it around, flip these up, pull his arms down and around. The legs, you want to start pushing this in a little bit, the two bumper halves, so that you can start extending the legs, and then pull the feet out, which on mine, the ball joints are super tight. Very tight, which is nice. And just put these down the rest of the way, and those are going to fill in the inside of the leg, which is a nice touch. And then just split the body here, and the head will pop up. Put it all back together, and actually you can see here there's a little hole right there, a little slot, and you can barely see little tabs on the side here. So you're just going to push these in and plug them in there. Turn his arms forward. Just kind of get his shoulder bits lined up and locked in. And there is Rumble. And I really like his aesthetic. I think he's very mean looking. And if you were to call him Frenzy, I think it'd be a very good match. So yeah, let's take a look at his head sculpt, if I can get it in the light here for you. Very nice head sculpt. And very nice light piping also. You can see it pretty well there. So let's do articulation here. His head is on a ball joint, and he's got a very nice range of motion here. So that's cool. Arms are also on ball joints. They're a little bit limited at the shoulder, but if you kind of just pop his back out a little bit, you can even get a little more range there. But it's not bad at all. I don't want to give that impression, but bicep swivel as well. Obviously elbow. He's got those weird like plastic ratchet elbows, you can see. So they'll click, but you know, just be wary of that. If it's too much, you may wear down the teeth on that. No wrist swivel, but I mean it's not really that big a deal, honestly. He still gets a good bit of motion here. I think it's alright. Legs are on ball joints. There's a hip swivel here, or upper thigh swivel. Elbows or knees rather, and it's weird because you think the knee joint should be here and then it moves there. It's a little odd, but not that bad. And his feet are on ball joints and they are stiff, so they can hold a very nice range of poses here. Here's the only thing that's kind of weird to me. As you can see, his waist is on a ball joint, which is plugged in right there, but I, for the life of me, can't figure out why. I mean, it's got a little bit of wiggle. I don't want to move it too much because I'm not sure how it's secured in there. I don't want to break it, but like, it looks like he's supposed to have a hip swivel, but first of all, the crotch piece is blocking it, and I don't know if it's just stiffness on mine, but it won't move, and I don't want to force it because I don't want to break anything. But it's kind of a shame because it looks like he's supposed to have swiveling hips, but he doesn't. That's a bummer. But what are you gonna do? In the first pictures I saw of this guy online, I thought his shoulders were just going to be so big that they would be just distracting and really take over the whole figure, make it really kind of derpy looking. But actually, in person, they just make him look really powerful. Like, his arms are definitely pile drivers, and they can definitely do some damage. So let me take a minute, and I'll come right back and show you the weapons and all that sort of fun stuff, and yeah, we'll check it out. Alright guys, so we're back with the weapons, and his weapons are actually keyed so that they're meant to go in a particular hand. You can see that the post for the hand is on one side here and on the other here. So we've got left arm and right arm. So that's pretty cool. So they're meant to actually, completely cover his hands and make it, give the impression that these came out of his arms. And again, it's a real bummer because if he actually had the blue paint on here that's shown on the package, it would blend a whole lot better, and this would just look so much more fluid and kind of organic from his body. But it's certainly not, it's not terrible. Nothing I can't fix myself. It's just a shame, shame that I have to. Although I heard there's really decent repro labels out there for this guy. But he's got his pile drivers. They also double as, they have barrels kind of molded in, so you could use them as, Gatling gun sort of thing as well. But he can definitely get some pile driving poses going on here. And that's, you can look up and say, what'd you say about my mama? Yeah, so he can actually get a lot of decent poses out of him. I like the ball joints in his feet. I think those are a really nice touch. They definitely help to stabilize what would probably be a pretty top heavy figure. Let's see. So quick size comparison in robot mode, which I haven't actually done yet, so I don't know how he compares in robot mode, but we'll bring back my standby because I usually just have one close to me, Viacon, and you can definitely see that, yeah, he's short. He's short for Deluxe, but he is well more than twice the width of the Viacon here. So he's short, but he's definitely stocky. He's very powerful looking. Like, you can see he's the Viacon has a good inch on him, but my money's going on Rumble in a fight here, hands down. So yeah, I mean, I really like him, and I'm sure I think once you guys get him in hand, you'll like him too. His blue is very vibrant. He's got a lot of bright yellow on him. He's a very colorful Decepticon. But other than that, he's just a really fun toy. I've enjoyed him for the for the little bit of time I had messing around with him before I actually recorded this, and yeah, I think he's an awesome addition. I don't know how particularly well his aesthetic fits with the rest of the Prime line. He looks a little bit like the odd man out. I think it might just be if it was this same design but maybe more subdued colors, it might seem a little less of a standout. But yeah, I mean he's not bad at all. Not bad at all. These are showing up all over the place. I think they've been found in, he's been found in Walmarts everywhere, and I don't know if any been found in Toys R Us yet or not, but yeah, that's Deluxe Rumble from the Transformers Prime line. As an aside, I would like to take this opportunity to just kind of give a shout out to all my new subscribers and just say hey and thank you so very much for subscribing, and just everybody that's kind of come along on this little start of a journey for me. I hope to continue on for quite some time, and I love sharing cool stuff with you, and I hope you enjoy sharing it with me too. So I'll see you next time, and this has been Rob A. I'll see you later.